I'm going to call the regular schedule Bolivar City Council meeting to order. We'll start in our normal fashion by welcoming all of our guests, all of our citizens, everyone that's watching via our social media pages. We will open with our prayer and I pledge. I ask Mr. Watkins if he could lead us in prayer today and followed by the
Father, we thank you for the day, and I praise you for the blessings that we've received. I thank you for the opportunity to take care of your business. I pray, Father, that you, through the mayor and the council members, give them wisdom and, Father, help them to make wise decisions, the right decisions. Father, be with those that are sick and unable to be here. Father, just touch them and send healing to their bodies. Again, we'll tell you we love you and we praise you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
face the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you would, Mick, are we using these tonight?
We are.
Okay, so you call the roll and let's see how this works here. I don't guess you got a caller, do you? If you're here, just press the button. Mr. McKinney's coming in. I'll press his for him. All right, Mr. Joy did call us know he wasn't going to be able to make it, and Mr. Lau is on fall break, vacation, so envious of him. But everyone else is here, and we move forward. I have approval of minutes. Just have one set of minutes from our last council meeting. If there are no changes or corrections or deletions to those minutes, is there a motion that we approve those as read?
Make a motion we approve those minutes.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, likewise. That motion carries. I guess I'm supposed to wait on you in a minute. I'm sorry. We get this technology worked out maybe next year or two. All right, next under my report. First, I want to invite you guys out on Friday at 12 o'clock. We'll be celebrating Bolivar's birthday. Our city on Friday will be 194 years old. So Friday at 12 o'clock, we'll be on the square, have cake and ice cream for all the citizens that want to come out and celebrate our city's birthday. So do that on Friday. If you all would also get with Miss Sheila, if you hadn't already, Governor's Conference will be the end of this month. We want everyone to attend, if possible, in Nashville. So get with Miss Sheila for her to get all of our reservations and all of those things locked in before it's too late. On this Friday, 6 p.m., NAACP would like for me to announce that the Freedom Fund banquet will be at the Boys and Girls Club. So if you guys would like the ticket, you can purchase those from Miss Shirley Mitchell, any member of the NAACP. Mayor Rawls from the city of Brownsville will be the keynote speaker. So encourage everyone to come out to that Friday night if their schedule will allow. Also have a evening of celebration banquet honoring Bishop Jesse Williams' retirement, 50 years of pastoralship service, November the 29th, 6 p.m. Tickets are $30 a piece, or a table of 8 can be purchased for $300. So again, that's an evening to honor and celebrate Bishop Williams on November the 29th. He's 50 years of pastoring, and he was also a city councilman as well. So it will, on here it says Campbell Shepard. I think it's going to be at Dixie Hills. At Dixie Hills, it's going to be at Dixie Hills. So we will have a proclamation on behalf of the city that we're presenting for him as well. So if any of the council members would like to attend, let me know. I'll say, okay, next on my report, have the approval for the Bolivar downtown Wi-Fi bid. I can pull these up here. We had two bids. We had a bid opening for this. If you guys, to sort of refresh your memory on this, we did receive a grant from ECD as well as USDA Rural Development total grant amount was $75,000. $60,000 came from ECD, and $15,000 was the match, and we got that from USDA. So there are no city funds tied to this at all. So we had $75,000 to run Wi-Fi downtown Bolivar, and we had 2 bids received. One was from Area-Wide Communications in the amount of $34,621.64. And one from B&E Electronics in the amount of $40,342. And we're recommending going with B&E, and the reason we're doing that is go ahead. The reason we're doing that is it exceeds the bid specifications, and it gives us a firewall security and a router as well, and area-wide is a farther area for our businesses and our business district. And any other questions about the technology, you would have to send those to Mick, and he can answer them. But I'll just say this money, this is no city money tied to it, and we rather get what I'll call the Cadillac plan if we're getting it, and we can just get wider spread coverage on the Wi-Fi. Just on Mr. Wall.
Just a quick question. It sounded we had a $75,000 grant. This would be $40,000. With that other $35,000, would there be any opportunity to expand the coverage?
Well,
beyond
yes,
the
that's what
downtown area?
Okay, let me ask. Mick got a question here. I got on one of these here it says 40,000, but on this one it says 58,000.
When you look at the scope of the bid, what I did is I broke out what B&E did substantially more equipment than area-wide did, and it totals up to $58,000.
Okay.
But if you look at just the scope of the bid, what B&E bid was $40,000 versus $36,000.
Okay, gotcha.
Area-wide did. So they're really closer than the 58.
Okay.
Forward that it looks like.
Okay, so
Because what we would do, there's still one more element to come to this. There's an internet service provider, and that will be built, that will have to be bid out as well. So that bid is still to come in, and that'll be for 1 year of service and for the infrastructure for them to put in for the actual broadband for us to be able to put out. This is just the equipment for it. So there's another element to come into it.
and that will fit with this 58,000. That will fit within the 75,000 total.
Yes.
But it's
Yes,
just, it's equipment, but not the service itself.
Right. This is the 58,316.30 is the equipment, and then a Spectrum or AT&T will come in, and we because the grant covers the first year of service. After that, DEFCO is going to pick up the bill on the service after that. Did you have a question, Mr. Ken?
I see it right here.
Okay.
You don't need to ask that question.
Okay, so I've said again, the area-wide communications bid was $34,621.64. B&E was $40,342, and with the extra security and the widespread to get it basically just get out more coverage of the Wi-Fi, that total came to $58,316.30.
So each year would be billed for the service anyway, but we have
This is a one-time.
equipment,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is just a one-time fee. And like I said, this grant, all this will come out of the grant. This won't come out of any city funds.
I guess I will ask that question. I see it on here, but let me just make sure I'm looking at it right. Is this not, how far coverage you said would reach out? Is this just for downtown? or
It's just for
spread
down.
out?
It's downtown, but it's going to be. We're right now from we're thinking it's going to go up towards like KFC area,
Yeah, okay.
and then down to past Food Giant. All of that part will be covered. But so once we get it up, I guess you'll be able to see more of it. But it's going to cover the DEFCO footprint completely, and we probably get some more of the neighborhood area into it too, down 64 East.
If there are any additional funds after we bid out the service provider for the internet, we can go back in and we can add more areas.
And just expand it.
Just to make that out to the 75,000 and cover more areas.
And just conceptually, is it something over the course of years, if we obtained other grants or decided to fund it some way, we could spread that across the community?
Oh, yes, sir. They do. Is it repeaters? Is that right? Repeaters, you can get a repeater and it takes it more distance, farther
We
distance.
can keep branching it out as long as we can get grant money to pay for it.
And this is free to the citizens. It'll be open to whoever want to come on and use it. We'll have the security, and that's what this extra bid will include: firewall protection and all that. Any other questions? Is there a motion?
So moved. Is that for the 40 or 58?
The 58 31630 B&E Electronics. That's
58.
yeah. Is that your?
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's my motion. And I
Okay.
say 40, but you said.
Yeah, that's on this one. That's when he added all
Yeah,
the extra
okay.
stuff.
All right, okay.
That's second.
I have a motion to accept B&E Electronics. A second. All in favor, cast your votes. All right. Motion passed. I assumed it did. Green means it passed, right?
Yeah, that's what kind of another color. It
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
sorry.
green. I might say no here one while to see what it'll be red.
All right. The next bid recommendation from THDA, all of the bids came in over budget, so we're going to go back out and rebid that out again. So maybe next month we'll have a recommendation from that on the THDA home grant. That's all I have on my report. Next, we have recognition of the Warrior Center. I would ask the gentleman that's representing the Warrior Center to come forward, Mr. Jeff Keenum. I hope I pronounced that right. And also, I'll let Becky say hers in her report. But I just want to recognize these gentlemen for being in our community. And I'll let you tell us what the Warrior Center is, what you do, and some things I just want to say thank you for in our community. But I'll let you go.
Okay. The Warrior Center, we are a long-term faith-based drug and alcohol recovery program. Our program is a year-long. We offer spiritual counseling, drug and alcohol counseling, job training, mission trips, pretty much anything that men need to change their lives. They get it at the Warrior Center. It is one of the strongest programs in this part of the country. I'm a graduate of the program myself. I've been there 4 years. And I just want to say real quick that the city of Bolivar has made us feel so welcome. The church communities come in and become a part of our ministry. They don't get that in Memphis. And, you know, a lot of guys like myself who didn't want to come to Bolivar, you know, now don't want to leave Bolivar. But we also have a 30-bed women's facility in Olive Branch that's doing very well. The success rate of the women is a lot higher than the men. And we have a big old building over there. We got in 6 new people today, so we just now started expanding. But as part of our program, we do outreaches that helps the men start focusing on helping others instead of themselves and what our selfish desires got us before. So that's to be a big part of the community. We'll be trying to help all we can in any aspects of what Bolivar might need.
All right, thank you so much. And I'll say the Warrior Center, Miss Becky came in and they needed some help at the library, just doing some odds and end jobs, cleaning up and painting and just doing some things. We got in touch with Mr. Watkins and called the Warrior Center, and they came over and they did a lot of work over there at the library, free of charge to us. And if you guys need them in the community, community support or community service, I'll say I recommend them. They are a great bunch, and we're pleased to have you in our community. And I say congratulations to you on your 4 years, and whatever we can do as a city to help you, we're here. Appreciate you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Right.
We start with our standing committee reports. First on the Electric Department, TVA approved the BEA rate reduction effective for October meter readings bills due in November. So thank BEA for, TVA had a rate reduction. I want to thank BEA for passing that rate reduction on over to the customers. So thank those guys out there. And also you should have an invitation. Mr. Johnny Fortune is retiring. You should have that in your packet. So he'll love for everybody to come out and see him. That concludes the election department. Next, utilities, Mr. Cliff Henson.
Mayor, Council, I think you have a list of my agenda here on the utility. First of all, Utility Board met on October the 2nd, and during this meeting, the board approved for us to advertise for the renovations of our utility building. We're going to do some long-needed renovation work. We're going to install some bathrooms and conference room and some more other rooms that's needed very much so as far as training on our OQs and all. So they approved us to start the bid process on that. Hopefully we'll get that going next month. The next one, we got a safety award from the American Public Gas Association. That says a lot about our safety program. We have had 18,138 man-hours of work without an accident, reported accident. So we have a tremendous safety program headed by Jared White. He's doing a great job for us. The next item here is the mayor got a phone call from Senator Grisham a couple of 3 weeks ago, and we were granted our CDBG grant in the amount of $498,000. That's a lot of money, but we need a lot of work done on our sewer system. So that's already pretty much planned out. We're going to replace some lift stations and some main sewer lines. So that's going to be a big help to Bolivar to get that done. We've had it for the last 3 or 4 years, and it's just the people don't realize how expensive a sewer system is, and it's aging. And without this grant, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So we're really proud of that. And I don't know if you noticed, y'all got an email that I sent in, and I registered y'all for the pipe meeting on Monday night, the 21st. So we really would like to see you guys there. Public officials means a lot to this meeting. We get scored on our public awareness program by the public officials showing up and being there. So they really count on you guys being there. So if y'all could really come and join us at that meeting, we'll have some good catfish, good dinner.
You just
and
got them
good
all there,
program.
Cliff.
Me and Larry be there.
21st. But we got you guys registered, so y'all just come in and bring your phones, and they'll set you right up. And the last is gas prices are still at 65 cents. So we're in pretty good shape. Thank you.
This 502 East Jackson Street, what is that?
That's the gas shop, the old gas shop building down there.
Okay.
That's where all of our equipment and all of our
Okay.
guys meet. That's our main shop.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Cliff. And also, utility department is lighting pilot lights, so I got mine lit today. So if y'all needs a pilot's lit, it's best to go on and get it done before it get too cold and your wife fusses at you. Next, Chief Price, Fire.
Good evening, everyone. My report, fire call had 26, had 20 in the city and 6 in the county. Training hour had 293. Smoke alarm installed was 17. Pre-planned courtesy inspection was 14. Smoke alarm was a little bit down. We've been out of smoke alarm, but we got an order in, about 300 or more coming in, hoping to be the end of this month, we'll get back on start installing more smoke alarm. I think I left for Battle of the Badges. It's going to be fire department, police department, EMS, and the sheriff department. They'll be doing Battle of the Badges November the 1st at Simmons Bank from 12 noon to 5 p.m. If everybody listen, everybody invited to come out and just donate blood. When you go and donate, just say you're donating to the fire department. That's my report.
He said this, Chief Lynn and also Chief Jones there. I was out Saturday at the Walmart, and I think both of y'all done an outstanding job on the Forest Festival.
Fire Festival.
Fire Festival. And I wanted to commend both of y'all, because this, I think, the first time that that the fire department and police department works hand in hand, and that's something to be commended.
Yes, sir.
And I did want to say thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate
And
it.
it was a good crowd coming out also.
Yeah,
But thank all the fire department and also the Bolivar Police Department, not just the chiefs, but also, the workers that work for the fire department and police department. I have to say, commend you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you.
Lynn, he just did that because them firefighters were sitting back there. That wasn't for you. Come on, Mike.
Good evening. My report reads as follows. We've had 804 calls of service. We did 223 traffic citations, 22 accidents. One was with injury. The other 21 were property damage only. We had 17 arrests, 1 juvenile, and 16 adults. We had 40 hours of training, special events, which would be, we did the Forest Festival. We also worked the fair. We had the homecoming motorcade and the tailgating party. We had 4 DUI saturations, which covered most of these events, so we could pay for the overtime for the officers to patrol the roads. Officer Wilkerson did a seatbelt checkpoint with Whiteville, which was on our Facebook page, and we still have our Citizens Police Academy going on. It ends the 22nd. I like to thank our police commissioner for showing up last week. I didn't make it, but he showed up, so I'm glad for that. I also want to, we've taken over, or we're working with Main Street about music on the square and covering the weekends, and right now it's working perfectly. The only problem we got rained out last weekend. That's my report.
Thank you, Chief. Next, Parks and Rec, and while he's coming, I want to commend the police department, but most of all our citizens. A couple weeks ago, had a great Forest Festival. County put on an awesome Forest Festival. Had a great fair. Had homecoming, motorcade, tailgate, open air, music on the square. 7 or 8 events with no issues at all, and that's to be commended on. A lot of the police, not only the police department, but the citizens as well. So just say thank everyone for that. Go ahead, Mr. Stuck.
Mayor and council. We co-sponsored the Team Micah 5K walk run on September 7th. The Caboon Park ribbon cutting ceremony was October 3rd. On October 8th, our youth soccer leagues and new fitness class called RIP began. These classes are free and the instructors paid for with grant dollars. Also, we're having a free disc golf clinic on October 19th at Pleasant Run Creek Park at 2 p.m. We will furnish the discs at the clinic, and starting on the 21st, we can rent them through the library. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Stuck. If you haven't had a chance, go by and look at the Caboon Park. It was really, really nice over there. Next, street and sanitation. Mr. Eddie Vander is not here. Edric Beauregard. Edric is here.
It's short. Cutting the industrial park, bush hogging the regular route, putting in covers on Am Street, working downtown on lights, picking up paper, and also October is pickup and bucket items.
Okay. All right, no freon and construction debris in that. All right, good job. That was your first one winning it. It made it through. See, wasn't that bad at all.
Kind of sound like Eddie talking.
Next, plan, Mr. Golden. Also, we met with the, I forgot the name of that company, but the truck, the sanitation truck, and it should be here within the next couple of weeks as well with the cans. So we'll be starting the route, and you'll see we're going to do a lot of advertising and promotion of how we're going to do the process and all that. So citizens, work with us, bear with us as we go through this transition, but I think overall it's going to be good for our community cleaner, and work on trying to pick up litter and just keep the community, or get the community as clean as we can get it and keep it clean. Next, planning, Councilman Golden.
Bolivar Planning Committee met Monday, September 16th on the subdivision plot submitted for the Stephen Yarborough property in the Urban Grove boundary off Merkenboro Drive. This was approved for the subdivision being available. And that concludes the report on the planning committee.
Thank you, Mr. Golden. Next, library, Ms. Becky Watt.
For the month of September, we took in $1,318.35 from donations, copies, fines, and faxes. We had a total of 11 programs with 35 participants. We had a total circulation of 1,654 with 552 computer users, 2,982 Wi-Fi users, and our reads program was 493 users. During the rest of the fall and winter, we will be doing fitness classes every Monday, 2 toddler story times a month, 1 brown bag book club once a month, Lego Club will be once a month. We're starting a teen time that will be once a month. Community helper story time, and thanks to our fire department for doing our first one for us. Kids in STEM, that will also be once a month. And I do want to say a special thank you to the mayors, Miss Sheila and Brother Ricky, for getting us hooked up with the Warrior Center. They did do a tremendous job for us, and we really appreciated it, and looking forward to working with you in the future. Also, Mr. Cliff helped us out a little bit too, so.
Mr. Mayor, before she gets wet,
Yes, but come back, Ms. Becky.
Becky, I wanted to ask a bit about your Wi-Fi and how it'll be impacted by this new downtown Wi-Fi. What do we know about that? Or Mickey, if you have any insights into it?
I'm sure there would be some impact to our users, but, I mean, I still think it's an amazing thing for the community to have that access in their homes.
As far as any kind of interference with what the library does, there won't be any interference on it at all. Theirs will still be there. It will just be much larger area will be covered by free Wi-Fi.
Okay.
There's still so many people that, don't have access to get to the library at certain times that they would need it in their homes.
Yeah, I mean, we had, the mayor and others were here when Senator Blackburn came through last week, and that was one of the real topics that we discussed was the dire need in our city and our county for high-speed broadband internet, and how that is, Governor McWhorter used to talk about you need highways if you're going to attract business. Now you need not only asphalt, but you need high-speed internet too. And there's, I notice a lot of traffic on her site, comments about that, and so we've just got to continue to do what we can and even more to bring that to our citizens. I think there's even an opportunity for us to develop these shared work sites here and look at getting folks employed with this distance employment.
Right,
It's so prominent. Most of the new jobs in our country are being developed from, a person here in Bolivar working for an organization in New York City and making those kind of wages doing scheduling for the dentist's office there, for instance. I saw that in Utah on a visit recently. So just wanted to commend everybody's efforts to try to bring that here, because that's probably, the most important economic development tool that we need in our tool chest, immediately.
That's also what we talked about in the state too, this part of being shovel ready. Outside the building, the land, free tax and all that, if you don't have that internet, you're in the second world, you gotta have it.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. And thank you, Ms. Becky. Next, Bolivar Senior Center, Ms. Peggy.
Everything went routine for the month of September, with the exception of Alyssa Gray from the Tennessee Emergency Coordinator. She came and gave a very good talk about what kind to do in any kind of disaster, how to prepare for it and what to do. And then we had a day trip to thrift store in Somerville to shop and went to eat.
Thank you, Ms. Peggy. Next, I have the Historic Zoning Commissioner. Ms. Murray.
Historic Zoning Commission met September the 19th to review the following certificate of appropriateness applications. The new business Beehive Beauty Spa at 111 West Market requested and was approved to add a green space within the fenced area at the back of the building. The McNeil Place was discussed and application was approved for landscaping, driveway repairs and improvements. The Biscuitry was approved for an additional wall sign for Kitchen Open. And Anytime Fitness requested and was approved to add a rock garden at the back of the building. And that concludes this report.
Thank you, Ms. Ray. Next, Zoning and Compliance, Mr. Watkins.
Good evening, Mayor and Councilman. Let me say it was a pleasure to work with the Warrior Center at the library. Met some of those guys I'd never met before, and just a joy to work with them. I encourage you to use them all that you can. And I'm surprised, you just gonna let the fire chief take all the blood, aren't you? So I'm open for bids, whichever pays the most, that's where I'm going. But anyway, otherwise, no blood.
All I gotta do is remember what side of the street you're on.
That's right. Okay, I apologize. My report is for September, had 10 building consultations, wrote 3 permits, 55 building inspections, 50 plumbing inspections, 50 mechanical, 50 courtesy notices issued. I might say that some of those inspections, it seems like it's really high, but when you get into the apartment buildings, you got 3 in every apartment, you got a plumbing and mechanical in the building.
And Building 1 of the Pecan Grove Apartments is up, running, and full, is what Nani told me. Building 2, they're ready to start assigning apartments there. Building 3, they're hanging sheetrock. Building 4, I'm doing a rough-in inspection there after the meeting tonight. And so they're coming right along. They'll soon be, hopefully by the first of the year, they'll have the whole thing open. And then just a couple announcements. We will have an automobile hearing and a blight hearing following the meeting tonight. So, and just give you an update on where we are for the last 6. We'll have 6 new ones.
Okay.
That
Thank you,
concludes
Mr.
my
Walker.
report.
Next on DEFCO, DEFCO board met on, I believe, last Monday and approved the purchase of the lot owned by Harriet Thompson. They're on, I guess that would be the south side of the square. So that greeny area there, the DEFCO will own all of that there for future development. So that was the only item of discussion on the agenda for DEFCO, and I'll let you guys know when the next meeting is scheduled. And I think I left a copy of the Main Street report with everybody. Mr. Griggs wasn't able to be here. Did I get one for you, Larry? Okay. The only thing I just want to mention on that is the Christmas parade is Monday, December the 2nd. The theme for the parade is a classic Christmas. Floats. This year, Main Street hopes to re-energize the annual parade by creating just a downtown home Merry Christmas. The floats are free, so you don't have to pay anything. So we encourage the churches and everybody to be a part of the parade this year, December 2nd. All that we have on the Main Street report. No new business. We have a proclamation here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'll read this proclamation. Breast Cancer Awareness Month 2019. Whereas breast cancer is the second most commonly diagnosed form of cancer for women in the United States, as men are also known to be susceptible, and whereas American physicians, researchers, public health professionals, and advocates have made tremendous progress in the fight against breast cancer, and whereas it is now recognized that the survival rate has drastically improved over the past years due to increased awareness, early detection, and treatment, and whereas a mammogram X-ray is recognized as the single most effective method of early detection, seeking the advice of healthcare providers who can educate patients of the importance of getting appropriate screening tests, knowing family history and other risk factors, and making lifestyle changes will reduce the possibility of breast cancer. And whereas over 2.5 million American breast cancer survivors today give us hope of a better future for those affected by breast cancer. Whereas we honor those who were lost to this disease, and we pray for their grieving families. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Julian McTizzle, Mayor of the City of Bolivar, Tennessee, do hereby proclaim October 2019 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and encourage all Americans to learn the facts about breast cancer, invest in a healthy future by exercising regularly, maintaining a healthy diet, limiting alcohol use, and obtaining regular breast cancer screenings. Signed this day, October, Julian McTizzle, Mayor. And I would like to take this time, if there's anyone here, family members or survivors, anybody that has been affected by this disease, I would like to take the time to recognize you and just say we're praying with you, and we thank you for that fight. And also, if you would like a copy of this proclamation, we have those. So is there anybody here today that has been affected, family members or loved ones have been affected by breast cancer? We'll take this time to just say thank you, and we recognize you. If you would anybody like a copy of this proclamation? Okay, you can have this one. Certainly. Larry, okay. Okay, okay. And I'll get this to you. And if anybody else would like to have one for their family members, we have one for them. Next item of business is to change the date of our November council meeting. That meeting falls on Veterans Day. Before we discuss those dates, I want to announce to you guys that the city will be having a Veterans Day celebration on November the 8th. That's a Friday, the Friday before Veterans Day, November the 8th at 12 noon at West Park, the flagpole at West Park on Highway 64. We will be taking the time to recognize veterans here in our community. So if you're available and your schedule allows you to come out to that event, on November the 8th at noon. So the dates we have to change our meeting is Monday, November 4th, Tuesday, November 12th, Monday, November 18th. Do we hear any objections to either one of those dates? Let's run all those.
I can't be here the 4th. I have another client that
Okay.
meets the first Monday night of every month. But if you don't need me, then that's fine, of course.
Okay. Any other objections to any of those dates?
Well, we tried 11th, 18th, or 25th, long, where he can be here.
12th or the 18th? 12th or the 18th? Which one of those
Okay.
would be?
Well, yeah, I'll be here.
I think both those dates, so whichever y'all prefer.
Do y'all want to keep it on a Monday? No? Oh, okay. I thought you said no. Okay. So
Monday,
18th, how's that?
okay,
That good with everybody?
that's good. With me.
Okay. All right, we will change our November council meeting due to Veterans Day to Monday, November 18th. Okay? Next, we have the discussion of the 6 acres of property behind the church on Martin Street. What we have here, I think I presented this to you guys at the retreat. But if you're aware, we purchased 121 acres of that property there for the Sand Beach Lake development. Pastor Sane at Zion Temple Worship Center came to me about the property there on the left side of Martin Street. If you guys can see, I know this map is sort of blurry. Right now, all of that right there is not, we don't have that in the plans and the drawings and the development that we're doing. It's just trees. There's not really much there. Was not anything there. What he would like to do, what their church would like to do, if you've been to the church, they don't have much parking, and the cafeteria space is not that large. They would like to expand their parking area as well as build on to the church to provide opportunities for them to have events in the community, things like that. I'm in total agreement with it, and I think it would be nice for us to do that. If there are any questions or anything, what I was proposing, you guys I don't have a certain amount. What I was just gonna propose to you, see if y'all would be okay with $800 an acre. What that amounts to is a little less than what we pay per acre for the whole 121 acres. If let's say it was 100,000 that we paid, so $826 an acre is what. Yeah, I just said 800. But I'm not opposed to doing it less than that if y'all want to. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's nothing over there that I do, and I don't think the church is going to do anything that's going to prevent us from developing what we want to do. And I think it would be good for us to give them that,
Can we not sell it at what we paid them?
Oh yeah, you can. The 826, that's fine.
That sound good, sell it at what it is.
820.
What
It's
they do,
826.44 and some change. Like 826.44.
what it is, they seat like 450. They only have parking for like 100 cars. So the last big funeral, every time we have a big funeral, big family, most time, well, this time we parked all the way down to the sand pit, which, police let us get by with it, but it wasn't good, but they would have to spend a lot of money on trees and bringing dirt and all that, but they were willing to do that because they could expand their church.
Yeah. And I talked, Pastor Saint is on vacation. That's the only reason he's not here, and I told him don't cancel his fall break vacation to come here. I didn't think anybody would be opposed to it. He said up to 6 acres. It may not be that much. They're going to get it surveyed. Basically, what I want from you guys tonight is the okay and the amount to do it, so we don't have to wait and push this off another month for them. So that's all I'm asking for tonight. The okay for them to sell it, for us to sell it. I'm sorry, and we will have to get with Mr. Maroney and do the survey and do all of that stuff.
I make a motion that we sell them the 6 acres for what we get for it.
Okay, did you have a question, Ms. Ray? Okay, have a motion and a second to sell 6 acres to Zion Temple Worship Center at the amount we paid, which would be $826 826 and some change, 827 per acre up to 6 acres. Okay. All right, motion and a second. Cast your vote. Everybody voted. Anybody want to change? It's good. All right. So got it done that time. Motion carried. I didn't jump ahead of you. Anybody on the community development? All right. Is there a motion? Before we adjourn, we got a couple meetings, so we can do this real quick. I know some of y'all like to go and chit chat. So if you're on the beer board, if you would, can we just stay right here, beer board, and then everybody else can go talk, and we can keep going. Did you have a question?
The city of Bolivar Christmas parade, what time did it start? 6 p.m.?
6, yes. Yes, at 6 o'clock.
Okay, 6 p.m. Okay.
Right now, the tentative lineup is gonna be right there at Fred's parking lot in front of the Von Oil there. Okay. I have a motion, I have a second.
I second.
All in favor, get up. Well, I guess you still need to vote before you leave.